This is Basketball More Than a Game with your hosts, Coach Goins and Coach Quick. Former high school coach and player have teamed up again to share their knowledge of the game and life skills on and off the court. Now here are Coaches G and Q.
Hey, this is Coach Goins. Thank you so much for tuning in to another fantastic episode of Basketball More Than a Game, the hottest podcast this side of a basketball court. Listen, Coach Goins is flying solo. Coach Q is on special assignment this weekend, so we wish him traveling grace and mercy. But today we've got a different kind of show. We are going to be having a great conversation with a local standout high school athlete that is now playing at the collegiate level, and it is on the gridiron. So listen, make sure you got your pen, your paper, call somebody, let somebody know that today is going to be action-packed. So after this quick break, we'll be back to introduce our very special guest. Stay tuned. All right, this is Coach Goins, and you know what? We are back in the studio here in VA, and again, Coach Quick is traveling, so we wish him much success over this weekend. And how about my Boston Celtics taking care of business in Game 1? But listen, we're not here to talk about basketball today. We are talking football collegiate with our local standout star athlete from Buffalo Gap High School. We'd like to welcome to Basketball More Than a Game, Mr. Seth Fitzgerald. Welcome, sir.
How's it going?
Oh, man.
Excited to be here, man.
Yes, sir, man. So we're going to be chopping it up. It is absolutely action-packed today because, you know what? We're going to be talking to Seth about what he got done when he was in high school. What is he looking forward to? So right now, let me just give you a little quick bio on this outstanding young man. He is a graduate of Buffalo Gap High School and his hometown of Churchville, Virginia, and he is currently at Frostburg State University playing for the Bobcats on the gridiron. So we certainly welcome him to the show. And as we get into this show today, what we're going to challenge all of our listeners to do, if you know somebody that is an up-and-coming athlete or aspiring to be the up-and-coming athlete, let them know about the show today. This is what we're doing. Seth is a person that actually helps us as we continue to launch our platform and get the word out and assist these younger guys to be able to understand exactly what's going on. So, Seth, here's what I want to be able to do as we get into this thing. I really want to start this segment, and we call this first segment called Set the Table. Here we go. First question. When did you know you had the ability to play football at the next level?
Well, I mean, honestly, I've been playing probably since I was in third grade. So, you know, I've played football a long time. And when I get to high school, like, it's just, you know, you kind of find, like, passions for it and stuff. And you kind of fall in love with it. And then when you get to the high school level and get up to your senior year and stuff, and, like, you start getting looked at by coaches, and that's really when you know, like, if you want to take it to the next level as far as collegiate level. And I think probably around my, sophomore year, right when I started, you know, kind of competing with, like, the older guys and stuff, and just realizing that I might actually have a shot at, like, playing the next level. That's when I really just, you know, accepted everything that I was passionate for about it and just tried to grind it out and drive to the next level and even push to make it to that far, like that level there.
You know what? That's outstanding, folks. And people don't realize that when he was at Buffalo Gap, he led it in 3 sports. You know, he was a wrestler, he was on the football team, and also he played, you were a baseball guy as well, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. So I actually started my freshman year on baseball, played all 4 years of baseball because, I mean, I've been playing baseball since I was a kid too, travel ball and all that. And then wrestling, they wanted me to come in and try it out. So my freshman year, I came in, just really no experience, whatever, wrestled, and then took a year off because I went from 170 to 220, like, from my freshman to sophomore year, you know, just bulking up. And then it was my junior year, I got state runner-up, and then my senior year, I won state. So, I mean, it was a good experience and everything. And then on top of all that, you know, football. So,
wow.
I was just staying busy, you know.
I can imagine. So as I'm reading this little bio here, folks, and I certainly appreciate Seth getting that to us. But he was also the Virginia Wrestler of the Year in 2020. As he said, he was the state champion in 2020. So let me talk a little bit about some of these football accolades. All district, all city, all county in 2018. All district, all region, all city, all county in football in 2019. Then was all district and wrestling in 2019. Boy, I tell you what, I guess your mom and dad got a whole like a separate bedroom for all your hardware.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
no, I try to stay humble, but yeah, I'm definitely proud of my achievements and stuff, and I think it reflects hard work. You know, like you can't get anything like that without working hard, and yeah, I'm proud of it.
Well, you know what? I certainly appreciate you going there when you're talking. So here's where I want to go. So you young guys out there that's listening to the show, with your parents that are listening, get that kid in there and sit them down at the kitchen table and hear what Seth just said. Hard work, right? He's humble,
of course.
but he understands that, you know what, you got to pack your lunch bag. You know, you don't go to practice and you ain't on an empty stomach and you're not doing your homework and everything that makes the individual succeed on the court and off the court as well. So here's my next question to you as we're still in Set the Table. What has been the challenge for you as you transitioned from high school to a college athlete?
Well, you know, I was thinking about this, and it's not. I feel like it's not just one like particular thing. There's multiple challenges you face, but I'd have to say like one that really sticks out would be just like your time management. I mean, you go from having classes. I mean, in high school, you have class from 8 to 3 o'clock. You know, whatever, and you don't really have time like throughout the day. You know, to do stuff, and then you got your practice in the evening. Well, in college, like everything's spread out. You know, you got to be at different places at different times. Like I got to go here at 8 o'clock, and then I got to go here at 10 o'clock, and then I got to be at lift at this time and practice at this time. It's not like, oh, I got this at 3:30 every day. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And I think that's just a big challenge in itself. Just doing that, like time management wise, and then another big thing is just like the knowledge of the game. Like you got to know, like in high school, like you just play. You like it. You're all together. Like you're just one of the standout guys. And I mean, everybody in college is good. You know, like you go from being on a team where everybody's like, oh, you're like this standout guy. You're really good. But then you get on in college league like level, and you have every single person you play with is the best guy to come out of their area, and it's like, dang. So like now I really have to work day in and day out, and I think that's a huge one right there. Is like you can't just go day to day and like drag along. You have to be the best you can be every single day to really honestly just stay average at that point, because you're playing the best competition from every area around your area. So, I mean, between those two things, like time management and just the work it takes to be even average at the college level is like the main difference for me.
You know what?
Or the main challenge.
Challenges. Well, you know what, Seth, that is spot on. We certainly appreciate you taking those questions for in our segment of Set the Table. And folks, that's exactly what this show is all about, is being able to tap into the local talent, to be able to go he's gone before the guys that's coming behind him. So the guys coming behind him kind of have a little blueprint, be able to navigate and understand exactly what he said. When you're a big fish in a little pond, but when you go to the next level, everybody's a big bass, and you gotta bring your game and make sure you got your Zoom lizard tied on your pole as tight as you can. So listen, we're going to step away, take a quick break, but who we have on today is none other than Seth Fitzgerald from Frostburg State University Bobcats, and we'll be back after this commercial break.
Visit our website, coachgoins.podbean.com. Always learn to pass. Process, attitude, sacrifice, satisfaction.
Looking for a smarter way to shop for your insurance for you and your families? Look no farther. There is help. With several different companies and plans to choose from, whether it's life insurance or Medicare supplemental plans, finding the right plan has never been easier. Licensed with multiple companies and able to shop various rates, plans to help find the best plan for you and your budget. Independent insurance broker Curtis Jackson is the one to call for help. Call Curtis now at 919-614-5796 for a no-cost consultation. The GQ Coaches Show is coming to ESPN Radio 1240 The Boss. Coaches Goins and Quick have teamed up again for candid conversation regarding professional, collegiate, and high school sports. The GQ Coaches Show on ESPN Radio 1240 The Boss. See you then. If you're in the Triangle area and looking for high-quality green cleaning, we have the solution. SES Enterprise, with over 18 years of providing high-quality green cleaning to the Triangle area, call Eric at 919-607-7171 and tell them Coach Goins sent you. You're listening to Basketball More Than a Game with Coach Goins and Coach Quick.
All right, this is Coach Goins, and I'm back. And you know what? We've got Seth Fitzgerald from the from Frostburg State University, and he's a graduate of Buffalo Gap High School. Standout. Think about. I mean, when I look at this, just the accolades. But one thing that really stands out in my mind as I look down here was the National Honor Society inductee in 2018, and we're going to be talking about that in the segment which is called the Game Plan. So now let's kind of turn our attention to a little bit of academics, and I know if I'm not, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're majoring in business. So let's talk a little bit about the academic transition from high school to college, and take us there if you don't mind.
All right. Well, yeah. Like all my coaches say, you're a student athlete. Not an athlete student. So academics are obviously the most important thing. So I'm majoring in business with a concentration in management, and you just got to take it serious. I mean, a lot of people say the jump for academics is so big and it's hard, but I mean, it's definitely more work and it takes more time. But I mean, it's not anything that should be intimidating. I mean, it's just work you have to do. I mean, you get your work done, you get it in on time, and you'll be just fine. And you gotta do it because like I said, you're a student athlete, and that's what's most important is getting that degree, getting through, and getting a good job afterwards. I mean, because you're not gonna be able to play your sport, your whole life. It's not gonna happen. So you gotta have that degree behind you. That's what you're really there for.
Well, you know what? I certainly appreciate you going there. So as we said, he was inducted in the 2018 class of National Honor Society. So here's my question to you, Seth. So the success that you've had in the classroom and you touched on it, but I kind of want to go there a little bit more. The success in the classroom comes, is it the natural ability, or you got it, you got to, kind of keep your face in the book, or you kind of got it like, okay, I'll go into class and I can really get it from the professor and I got it, or, take us there.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, Coach. I'm not a big studier, but I definitely get my work done when it needs to be done. I mean, I might not, be in the book as much as some people or as much as I should, but I do what I need to do, and I get it done on time, and I get it turned in, and I mean, that's all you need, really. I mean, it definitely, I could do better with my studying and stuff, but I mean, you just have to do what it takes, and you got to put time and effort into it. And I mean, they laid it, like when you're in college, they lay it out for you, and like they give you what you need and what you need to do. And I mean, as long as you do it and you're like working hard, they set you up to succeed, not to fail. So.
You know what? That's a great call out. So again, for you young guys out there and yourself, and I appreciate his transparency there. And some people can get it that way. Me personally, years ago, when I've been out of school so long now, I had I have to super dust my degree off. But in that, some people can just go in the classroom and just absorb it. like a sponge, and some people just have to keep their face in the book. I think I was the kind of guy that one had to keep my face in the book,
Yeah, I mean everybody's different
yeah,
too.
and that's the thing, and that's what we want to be able to highlight. To what Seth has brought out here is that some you got to know how you navigate the game. You got to understand that sometimes you young guys have to listen to what Seth is telling you. They lay it out, and as he said in the earlier segment, your time management. If you got to go to the library, you better go to the library. If you got to get some quiet time and do your work, because it's all about that work. Because if you're not getting it done in the classroom, you're not going to get it done on the field. So let me ask you this question. So you're on the campus of Frostburg State University. So when you first arrive, and I've been on the website, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful campus, and and I kind of took a quick snap of the stadium, and playing on that AstroTurf is really, really nice. But what really, when you stepped on campus, what was it about Frostburg State that you said, yeah, this is me?
Well, let's see. I took my official visit back in January of when I probably 2020 or whenever 2019. So I mean, it was covered in snow. It didn't look as beautiful as it does in the summertime. And it's pretty cold. But some probably call me crazy for looking at that and being like, "Oh, this is where I want to go." But after talking to the coaches and just seeing like how they run their program, that was when Coach Fitzgerald was there, and just like the whole culture of the program is just like outstanding to me, because I come from Buffalo Gap High School, small high school, and I mean we were good, like we were hardworking, we did what we could with what we had, and going from like the culture from there, where like not every single person there is there to play college sports. Like some are just there to be there.
Yes, sir.
And then you go here, and like all the coaches are just also on board with like competition and wanting to win. Like that was their biggest thing, was competition. Like we're gonna have competition every day, every single day. You're gonna come here and you're gonna get better. You're gonna do this, and I mean. That right there was just sold it for me. I was like, I know we're going to be good here. I know I'm going to learn stuff. I know that I'm going to enjoy it here just because the culture they had going on.
And that's what makes it so important. You got to get in where you fit in. People go to Carolina, they go to Duke, they go wherever, and they transfer. It's because guess what? They got in where they didn't fit in, and it's just not a good look, or they don't feel comfortable, and they want to be able to maybe transition and look for other things. So listen, I want to go somewhere. We played, and I'm going to do this a little earlier than we usually do, but in that we played a name game. And the name game is I call out a couple of names and tell me the first thing that comes to your mind, and then we'll go from there. So if you're ready, and I'm going to drop this first name on you, and I think you may know this person, Timothy Fitzgerald. Timothy Fitzgerald.
That's my dad. Yeah, that's my dad. First thing that comes to mind is just support. That's really what gets me through. Like my parents. If it wasn't for them, I could tell you right now, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. They're just there for me, everything I need, and I'd say support. First thing comes to mind. Yeah, they're always in my corner. So
excellent.
You got to have your parents with you, or guardian, whoever is there for you. You got to have them unless you doing something like that.
Yes, sir. So here we go, right here. The next person, Jennifer Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that's my mom. Same thing. Like just support. I mean, any game, like they come up to just about every home game, and I really appreciate that, because I mean it's a 3-hour drive, and they come all the way up to support me in games and stuff like that, and it's just knowing that they're there and knowing that you have somebody in your corner will take you a long way, especially when you're doing something as hard as like collegiate sports. So.
And I know they're excited when you come home, and I know when you get home and you sit down and your mom's in the kitchen, and all right, say I'm gonna put you on the spot. Here we go.
All right.
When you come home, what do you ask your mom to cook for you?
Oh man, I tell you, she makes some pretty good meatloaves. I mean, she makes some mean meatloaf, man. It's good. Mac and cheese. I got to have the baked mac and cheese, too.
How
Got
about
to
that?
come with it. It's a
How about
package deal.
how about that, man? So that's all right, and that's what it's all about. So listen, folks, before we jump off on this second break, I've got to ask you this question. So I kind of went down through some of the teams that you play. Let's see. So you play Charleston, I think UNC Pembroke, West Virginia State. So did you guys play UNC Pembroke this past year?
Yeah, we played UNC Pembroke at home this past year, and then in the COVID spring season, we played them away at their place.
Okay, so just to be easy on that, because that's my alma mater. So
really? Yeah.
Yeah, and
Cool.
and actually, when I was there almost, I don't want to say 25 years ago, we didn't have a football team, so they've come a long ways, and I know that program is up and coming. And when I saw that on the schedule, I was like, are you kidding me? They played Pembroke State University. So listen,
it's small world.
small world. So listen, we've got on Seth Fitzgerald from Buffalo Gap High School, Churchville, Virginia. He's starring now on the gridiron at Frostburg State University with the Bobcats. We're gonna step away, pay a few bills, and we'll be right back.
Visit our website, coachgoins.podbean.com. Always learn to pass. Process, attitude, sacrifice, satisfaction.
If you're in the Triangle area and looking for high-quality green cleaning, we have the solution. SCS Enterprise, with over 18 years of providing high-quality green cleaning to the Triangle area, call Eric at 919-607-7171 and tell them Coach Goins sent you. The GQ Coaches Show is coming to ESPN Radio 1240 The Boss. Coaches Goins and Quick have teamed up again for candid conversation regarding professional, collegiate, and high school sports. The GQ Coaches Show on ESPN Radio 1240 The Boss. See you then. Looking for a smarter way to shop for your insurance for you and your families? Look no farther. There is help. With several different companies and plans to choose from, whether it's life insurance or Medicare supplemental plans, finding the right plan has never been easier. Licensed with multiple companies and able to shop various rates, plans to help find the best plan for you and your budget. Independent insurance broker Curtis Jackson is the one to call for help. Call Curtis now at 919-614-5796 for a no-cost consultation. You're listening to Basketball More Than a Game with Coach Goins and Coach Quick.
All right, this is Coach Goins. I'm back in. You made some folks say, man, where's Coach Quick? If you didn't hear the intro of today's show, Coach Quick is on special assignment. No, he's not in California. He's not in NBA playoffs, but he's not with us this week. So we wish him continued success, taking care of some personal matters. And again, we certainly appreciate our special guest on today's show, and that is standout graduate of Buffalo Gap University, starring now for Frostburg State University, and that's Seth Fitzgerald. So, Seth, we're going to move into our segment called Timeout. And the reason why we call it Timeout, because our kind of questions are kind of geared that way. So here we go. So you're on the college campus, people are cheering. You done said, hey, Mom, hey, Dad, great game. They get in the car. Your mom left you some baked mac and cheese. You go back to your dorm. You heat it up. How do you unwind after a game?
So, depending on how beat up I am, I go back and probably just kind of relax for a bit, because I'll be a little sore or whatever. But clean up, and there's not a ton to do up Frostburg. I mean, you're up in the mountains, so but luckily, I come from a place where there's not much to do, and that's up in the mountains. So I normally find something to do. I mean, there's a whole lot of fishing, a whole lot of going out in the woods, and I mean, it's just a good community where the whole team, we're all pretty close. We all hang out and, go have a cookout, go play cornhole, stuff like that, So normally just go out with some friends or something like that and have a good time. So
All right. Well, you know what? That's important, man. You know, it's that downtime when you really be able to recharge. So here's my next question in this section. What are you? Oh, again, we know you there on the football scholarship, and you were a standout athlete, baseball and wrestling when you were at Gap. So what are you if you take say if you weren't playing football, what would you be passionate about as relates to sports?
um, I'd probably honestly see myself as in like a coaching role if I wasn't playing anymore. If I was done at high school, um, probably just at Gap, like coaching there, just because I don't know. I'm passionate about like the grind to get better. I feel like, I mean, that sounds kind of corny, but like a lot of people look at like working out and stuff like that as just like a task or like it's something you don't want to do. But like over the years, I've kind of felt like passionate about it, like trying to make it like you gotta get a passion for it to make it better, because it's not easy stuff. So if you get passionate about it and you fall in love with it, then it really it's not a task anymore. So I think I would definitely want to coach and like try to get people to find that same passion and just like working hard to get better. So stuff like that.
Wow, that's a great answer. We challenge the young guys that are listening. Dial this in, man. Seth is taking time out of his schedule to make our show go today. And what we're trying to do is when we collaborate with standout, student athletes like Seth, to be able to take time out of his busy schedule, jump on, make an impact, and this is what this is all about. And he is bringing it. He is teeing it up. So he must have got up this morning and had a serious breakfast. So here's my next question. So, barring from your parents, because we've talked about them, who has been some of the impact people in your life?
Yeah, so I mean, I've had some great coaches in my life that just help guide me through what I need done and everything like that. Some great people. I have a coach that was my little league coach, probably my first ever coach. I still am in contact with him today, and like any questions I have, like sometimes I'll call him and we'll talk about it for a couple hours and stuff like that. So like just really good people like that. And then I mean, I got a great girlfriend that helps me out and she helps guide me along. And then I got really good friends too. So I mean, just everybody combined, they help me out and guide me through day to day.
You know what? And what I hear when he says that, folks, is that he's not standing by himself. He's got the people he's surrounded himself with, wise counsel, the relationships, the ability to have those communications, those tough conversations, and then you know what? And I guarantee you, the people that he just mentioned gives him that feedback that he needs to be able to put it in his backpack, put it in his tool chest, so when he gets back to Frostburg, he'll be able to open up that toolkit and go to work. So listen, we're certainly, we are chopping it up. We're having a great conversation with a standout athlete from Buffalo Gap High School, Frostburg State University Bobcats, and you guys are what, red and white? Is that your colors?
Yeah, red, black, and white.
Red, black, and white. Okay, so yeah, and in that, folks, if you get an opportunity, check out the website. Also, if you get an opportunity, go to the game, and those are the things that what we're trying to do here on Basketball More Than the Game is a lot of times people think small time athletes don't have a chance to go play at the next level. We do. We've already, kind of, told Seth what we want to be able to do going forward, having him on this show as well as shows to come on another platform. But in that, we want to be able to reach back, give back, but we can't do it without bringing on dynamic young men and also young ladies. But most importantly, our special guest today, Seth, is taking time out. He's chopping it up with Coach Goins, talking about life, talking about academics, but most importantly, what it takes to be successful. So listen, we're gonna take a quick break, come back for our last session, and this is when we're gonna be getting into the real deal. So this is Coach Goins along with Seth Fitzgerald of Frostburg State University, and we'll be back.
Visit our website, coachgoins.podbean.com. Always learn to pass. Process, attitude, sacrifice, satisfaction.
Looking for a smarter way to shop for your insurance for you and your families? Look no further. There is help. With several different companies and plans to choose from, whether it's life insurance or Medicare supplemental plans, finding the right plan has never been easier. Licensed with multiple companies and able to shop various rates, plans to help find the best plan for you and your budget. Independent insurance broker Curtis Jackson is the one to call for help. Call Curtis now at 919-614-5796 for a no-cost consultation. The GQ Coaches Show is coming to ESPN Radio 1240 The Boss. Coaches Goins and Quick have teamed up again for candid conversation regarding professional, collegiate, and high school sports. The GQ Coaches Show on ESPN Radio 1240 The Boss. See you then. If you're in the Triangle area and looking for high-quality green cleaning, we have the solution. SES Enterprise, with over 18 years of providing high-quality green cleaning to the Triangle area, call Eric at 919-607-7171 and tell them Coach Goins sent you. You're listening to Basketball More Than a Game with Coach Goins and Coach Quick.
All right, this is Coach Goins, and I'm back. And you know what, man? I told you in the beginning the show was gonna be off the charts. So if you ain't calling anybody, you better call them and say, you know what, check the show out. So as we move into the real talk session, and I'm sorry, I didn't even bring Seth back in. So on the show today is standout from Frostburg State University. That is Seth Fitzgerald. So Seth, you know what? I apologize. You are on the gridiron, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're on the defensive side of the ball. Now you're moving back to the offensive side. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. So I came in as a fullback, H-back, wing-back, whatever you want to call it. So I came in as one of them and played there my freshman year. Saw the field some. It was my freshman year, and then we were missing we need some defensive ends, and Coach Fitzgerald called me 2 weeks before fall camp. Was like, hey, what do you think about switching over to DN? And I was like, well, I'll do whatever I need to. So I went over there, played for a year, saw the field a little bit there, and then and now we got a new offensive coordinator, so I'm back at wing back doing all types of stuff, and I really like what I'm doing now. So I'll be stuck there for the rest of my career there.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, but yeah, they've had me back and forth a little bit.
Well, you know what? Hearing that what you just said, so you must have some good hands to come out of the backfield.
I would like to think so. Yeah, I'd say my hands are all right. Definitely need some improvement sometimes, but yeah, I mean, we go out some routes. We do a little bit of stuff in the backfield. We do a little blocking in space, kind of all over the place.
All right, that's a good deal. So let me ask you this here. So on the professional level, who's your favorite team in the NFL?
So, I mean, honestly, I'm not a huge NFL guy, but I like watching that fullback from the Saints. I think it is. They use a fullback a decent amount. So, I mean, I don't know if I'd really have a favorite team, but I do like watching them and like watching how they use a fullback.
All right, man. So I'm a Steeler guy. So,
Steelers, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, dude. I'm a Steeler guy to my heart. Now, yeah, Ben. Actually, my son is 26, and when Ben retired, he was like, "Dad," I said, "What?" He goes, "Man," he says, "that's the only quarterback I really know." I said, "So now you know what it really feels like when one of your main guys step away from the game." So listen, New Orleans does a great job. They put a great body of work. Drew Brees, what a heck of a talent. The things that they get done down there is and again, I'm preaching to the choir. You know what you do at the collegiate level, and I only can imagine what those guys go through on the grind. And as the water gets deeper, the talent goes up. But certainly appreciate you taking us there. So as we move into this last session, this is called Real Talk. So here's my question to you. So if you had the knowledge that you have right now, the playing experience that you gained at Frostburg State, And if you could go back in time, and when I say back in time, if you could go back in the Buffalo Gap's locker room and be able to stand there and have conversation with this year's team as if you were on the team still, but with that experience that you gained, what would you tell those young men?
Man, I really wish I could, first off. But, yeah, I would probably I'd like to just talk to everybody and just tell them, like, that you only get to play, 4 years. Some people don't even play all 4 years. So, like, when you play your high school football, it's, there will be nothing like it. Yeah, college football is fun. It's nothing like Friday Night Lights. You'll never get the same feeling as Friday Night Lights with all your buddies. Like, it's just, it won't be the same. You won't get it back. But I would like to just tell them to, soak up every minute of it, first off, and enjoy every minute of it because you don't have that long of it. And then two, I mean, playing in Frostburg and just seeing how good you can be when everybody cares about it. I would like to really just try to get all of them there, like, to see that and see that hard work will pay off, and hard work and playing together would, like, you could just do so much with that. And I think we're missing that at times. I mean, it's hard to do at the high school level. Not everybody wants to go play a college sport. Not everybody is going to be, super thrilled to be at practice every day and want to work their tail off, to be there. So, the thing would be is just to try to get everybody on board. But like, hey, I've got, 2 years left here. I've only got 4 years here. I'm going to work as hard as I can to, I might not go play college sport, but I'm going to work as hard as I can to be a part of the squad and be really good and to go win maybe a state championship or go, undefeated or whatever it is. So I think it would just be to, gain that passion, get everybody to gain that passion and work hard.
You know what? That's so eloquently said. I know that was, that question was not the typical, but I just really want to go there. So here's my second question in real talk. Life has challenges, and life challenges us each and every day. And when those waves come at Seth, what do you do? How do you navigate that? Being, you're in college, things always don't go the way that we think they should. So how does Seth work through those?
Of course, yeah. I mean, like you said, there's challenges, every day. So, I mean, when things get tough, you really just gotta look to your support. Like I was talking about earlier, like all the support I had, look there. Turn to God if that's what you that's what you do, and turn to your support. Man, that's really what's gonna be your calm in the storm. So like, you turn to those people, you let them, let their support guide you and help you, and you can really take your challenges and put them to the side and really look at it from a different point of view. Take a step back and let them guide you.
Visit our website, coachgoins.podbean.com. Always learn to pass. Process, attitude, sacrifice, satisfaction.
If you're in the Triangle area and looking for high-quality green cleaning, we have the solution. SCS Enterprise, with over 18 years of providing high-quality green cleaning to the Triangle area, call Eric at 919-607-7171 and tell them Coach Goins sent you. The GQ Coaches Show is coming to ESPN Radio 1240 The Boss. Coaches Goins and Quick have teamed up again for candid conversation regarding professional, collegiate, and high school sports. The GQ Coaches Show on ESPN Radio 1240 The Boss. See you then. Looking for a smarter way to shop for your insurance for you and your families? Look no farther. There is help. With several different companies and plans to choose from, whether it's life insurance or Medicare supplemental plans, finding the right plan has never been easier. Licensed with multiple companies and able to shop various rates, plans to help find the best plan for you and your budget. Independent insurance broker Curtis Jackson is the one to call for help. Call Curtis now at 919-614-5796 for a no-cost consultation. You're listening to Basketball More Than a Game with Coach Goins and Coach Quick.
You know what? That's absolutely, he nailed it. And guess what, folks? I wasn't expecting nothing but that from Seth. So listen, as we start to wind this whole conversation down, I just want to give a shout out to my great friend, Mr. Joe Sherrill, for making Seth and I hook up. And he goes, I'm having this conversation. He goes, man, I know this outstanding guy. I said, well, man, come on, lay it on me. And so he did. And so in that, we want to give a shout out to, like I said, a great friend of mine, Joe Sherrill, to be able to allow Seth and I to hook up, and as we continue to rock and roll. So Seth, so listen, as we start winding down, I certainly appreciate your time, your talent, your body of work that you accomplished at Buffalo Gap High School. Wishing you continued success as you are on the gridiron at Frostburg State University. We wish you Godspeed. We wish you health, wellness, and throughout this upcoming season. So I'll toss it over to you for your closing comments.
Man, I just, I really appreciate all that. And I just want to thank you for having me on. I had a lot of fun and look forward to being back on again. And just wish you have a good success in the future with it and expand. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun, man.
I certainly appreciate it. So, folks, who we had on today, our very special guest, Seth Fitzgerald from Buffalo Gap High School, Churchville, Virginia, now starring at Frostburg State University, the Bobcats. So stay tuned to make sure that you continue to follow Seth, not just because he was on Basketball More Than a Game, but follow him for the right reasons. Follow him because he's an outstanding young man. He's doing things and he's making it happen. We want to thank his mom and dad for always supporting him, and everybody that he mentioned. We certainly, tip our hat to you because, as it always says, it takes a village to make it go. So on behalf of our special guest, Seth Fitzgerald, Coach Goins, and Coach Quick, we'll see you in the gym.
You've been listening to Basketball More Than a Game with Coach Goins and Coach Quick. Our podcast is available on podbean.com.